we're all about to get starving together. Elevate your date night meal in a simple way. Adding just the right topping to your steak dinner, my next guest says, will take your dish to the next level. Emily Susman is joining me through the screen, sharing 4 ways to dress up a steak dinner, perhaps for a special Valentine's date night in. Hi, Miss Emily, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And you're saving us from a reservation. First of all, how easy is it to prepare these steaks at home?
It's so easy. And by using these 4 toppings, you can dress it up so you can feel like you're out at a nice restaurant, but you're in the comfort of your own home.
I've never heard of steak toppings, so I'm super intrigued. Before we get into those, though, let's talk about the steak itself. What cut do you prefer? What cut of meat?
So normally I prefer a filet because it's a little leaner, but for Valentine's Day, it's really fun because you can get a porterhouse that is kind of shaped like a heart, but you can also get a ribeye and butterfly it in half, and then it looks like a heart. You can do it yourself, or butchers will do it for you as well.
Nothing says I love you like a slab of meat in the shape of a heart.
Right?
Totally, totally. All right, what are your tips for preparing the best steaks at home on the grill?
So on the grill, one of my main things is, well, really for any type of preparing for the steak, is leave your steaks out of the fridge for at least 30 minutes. You don't want to put a cold steak on the grill.
Yeah.
And then also my trick for the grill is taking a onion dipped in oil and then seasoning the grill grates before you actually throw your steak on. It'll help to prevent the steak from not sticking, and then it'll also give it great flavor, and it does not taste like onion.
Oh, that's a good tip. And then really quickly, if we're working the skillet with our steak, any advice there?
Yes. So main advice is turn on your Vinahood. I've definitely made that mistake several times. And don't put too much oil in there. Just put a little bit to season, and that's it.
Okay, let's talk toppings. This is so exciting. And I wasn't starving before we started this conversation. Now suddenly I'm ravenous. But okay, it's fine. Let's go into your first topping suggestion, crab Oscar style. What's that?
Yes, so you can get any kind of jumbo lump crab or regular crab meat from the grocery store. You start with a little butter, shallots, garlic, add a little mayo, sour cream, and then you just fold in the lump crab. It's so easy and it looks nice. And then I also, instead of using breadcrumbs, I love to crush up some saltine crackers and put in there with some spices, and it just adds a little bit extra.
Like extra seasoning with the saltines?
Yes, and just a little bit of crunch, and just different than just regular plain old.
Surf and turf with a crunch. I like it. All right, teach us how to do the blue cheese crust.
So that is one of the easiest ones. You can take your favorite blue cheese or gorgonzola if you want it to not be, as pungent, and then mix it with just a little bit of breadcrumb and pepper and garlic, and then you just add it to your steak. It's so easy, and then you can just broil it under the grill, and it gets that nice crust on top.
So just pat that in before I cook it, obviously?
No, after.
After, just pat it around, pat it on top.
Yes, and then you can stick it under your broiler or stick it back on the grill for like 2 minutes so it gets nice and melted.
Oh, stick it back on the grill to melt down the cheese. I'm with you, I'm with you. Okay, you recommend a compound herb butter?
Yeah, so this is easy too, and you can get creative. You can use any herbs you want, fresh herbs, of course, and some shallot, garlic, and then you just stick it in some saran wrap overnight, and then you can slice off just a perfect little piece for your steak.
Oh my goodness, this feels like restaurant quality. You're fancy-like. You are fancy-like, Emily. This is so fun. And simple too, you're right, so simple. All right, the fourth treatment, the fourth topping is a mushroom glaze sauce.
Yes, so I love mushrooms. I love using these cremini mushrooms. You can also use shiitake. Then doing a red wine sauce, adding some demi-glaze if you'd like to kind of thicken it up. Salt and pepper, garlic, some shallots, and you've got a little mushroom sauce.
Okay. How do we choose? I sometimes, like we say, at-home Valentine's dinner, it can be amazing, yada, yada, yada. And it can, but today I feel like you've proven that. You've elevated it in 4 different ways. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. People at home, don't lick your television screen, people. Restrain. Restrain. Emily, thank you so much. Are you posting these recipes on your website?
Yes, I'm going to do that. And on my Instagram, you can check it out, Emma Claire's Kitchen. And then I'm also going to be posting a lot of other Valentine treats all week. So go check it out.
Okay, give us your Instagram again.
Emma Claire's Kitchen.
Emma Claire's Kitchen rolls off the tongue. Thank you so much for elevating our at-home date night. We appreciate it.
Yes, thanks for having me.